John Obidi genuinely cares about people. And his caring capacity is so difficult to come by these days. It is quite rare. And this didn't just start with the Smart BCamp community on Facebook. I think that this community is just one of the many ways that his caring capacity manifested itself. John wants everyone that he comes across to realize that they can live their personal legend. He wants them to realize that they can live to their fullest potential, irrespective of where they're coming from. And he wants them to realize that if it could happen for him, right? If you know his story, you probably know a little bit about how he grew up. That if it's possible for him, then it is possible for them. And John identified that there was a gap. People needed access to quick, relevant information, and most importantly, they needed access to mentors. And so John created an ecosystem, and he called this ecosystem the Smart BCamp community. Yes!
Hello, my name is John Obidi, founder of the Smart Business Teleseminar. If you're watching this video, you've just been selected to be a part of a phenomenal adventure. We started the Smart Business Teleseminars in April 2015 to solve two major problems that Nigerian entrepreneurs currently face: access to accurate information and access to qualified mentors. So far, we've recorded huge successes, turning the Smart Business Teleseminars into a movement, mostly among Nigerians. We've reached an estimated 4,000 people in 81 different countries. The team SBT has now become a trending hashtag, and we've connected a good number of business leaders with a previously untapped audience. However, I believe that we can do more. There's only so much impact that we can make through our weekly conversations. Aspiring entrepreneurs search tirelessly for guidance, mentoring, and answers to their daily career concerns. What if there was a way to connect thought leaders and mentors to this massively growing audience in real time? This is why we created smartbcamp.com. Smartbcamp.com is the #1 platform to build authority, connect with new audiences, and grow your online influence. Smart BCamp is a business forum that is positioned to connect mentors to mentees, thought leaders to thought seekers. It provides you with a wider exposure for your content and a huge market for your product. As your influence grows within the community, your sales will rapidly increase, because as we know, customers buy from people they know, like, and trust. So how can you get started? It's very simple. Head over to smartbcamp.com and sign up for free. Create your profile and start posting articles in your desired category. I'll be sending you an email with tips on how you can quickly get discovered and start growing your influence today. This here is the beginning of something amazing. Let's keep it up.
A number of things intrigue me about John Obidi, but I'm going to be talking about just 3. The first one is his giving capacity. If you've come across John before in person, if you've had a conversation with him, and if you are a member of the Smart BCamp community, then you know that John is a giver. And giving and people, both of them, they are definitely a priority for John. Everywhere that he finds himself, he always wants to make sure that he is giving some sort of value, and giving so much value, expecting absolutely nothing in return. I think that is pretty amazing. The second thing about John that intrigues me is his consistency. Yes, we all know John as Mr. Consistent, and one of the ways that he has demonstrated this is with the Smart Business Teleseminars. I think that it took about 1.5 years, I guess, where John was showing up every single Thursday. Every single Thursday, John showed up. It didn't matter if he was sick. It didn't matter the situation with the internet. It didn't matter where he was. It didn't matter if he hadn't eaten. Nothing mattered. His Thursdays were sacred. John sacrificed so many things because they fell on Thursdays, and because Thursdays were special, and because no matter what was happening anywhere in the world, John was not going to disappoint the people on the other end of the line. So his consistency is remarkable, and I think we can actually write a book about John titled Consistency. Don't you agree? I agree. The third thing about John that is intriguing to me is his unstoppability. John is unstoppable. Yes, he is unstoppable. And I know he says this a lot about himself, but I do have to say that every single thing that John says about himself, he is able to back it up with his actions, right? And not just one isolated event, but several. And this is the last point I'm going to be making, the last of the three things that I'm going to be talking about, going to be mentioning that intrigued me about John. And this for me is the most important. On the 28th of December 2015, John lost his father. And on the 29th of December 2015, John showed up for the Smart Business Teleseminars. And he started the teleseminar and ended the teleseminar and said nothing about his father's death. He taught on the psychology of thought leadership, and that was the perfect excuse for John not to show up. John had a legitimate reason to not be there. He wasn't being paid. He wasn't selling anything. He wasn't hired. I mean, if he decided not to show up, he didn't even have to give an excuse. It's his show, you know. He didn't owe anybody any explanation according to the world's standards. Now, the John that I know doesn't live his life based on the world's standards or based on the world's expectations of him. John lives his life. John runs his world based on his standards and expectation of himself. And I think that is something very and absolutely remarkable. And just in case you think this is an isolated event, on the 27th of January, 2 days before his father's burial, John started the Smart BCAM community on Facebook. And I remember vividly, I think it was about 4 a.m. in the morning, that I got notified by Facebook that John had added me to the Smart BCAM community on Facebook, and I couldn't get it. Like, you're burying your father in 2 days. Shouldn't you be worried about so many other things? And like I said, the whole world would have understood. Like, he didn't even have to start the community at all. He didn't even have to start the community at a period in his life where he had lost someone who was that important to him. And for me, these three things are what make John absolutely amazing, and that is the bedrock on which the Smart BCAM community on Facebook is built on. And I think that's one of the reasons why it has grown so rapidly over the last 1 year to over 15,000 people with so much value that has been given. So let's forget about the numbers briefly. Let's forget about the 15,000 people. Let's talk about the impact that John has made in the last 1 year with his community on Facebook.
Hey guys, my name is John Obidi, founder of smartbcam.com. Team phenomenal. And we haven't done any introductions yet, but I am an online business coach I help people become the #1 authority in their fields in less than 60 days using social media. All right, so whatever it is that you do, you can put it in the comments below and let us network. We're trying to build an experts directory, so whatever walk of life you're in, put it in the comments below, introduce yourself, what you do, how you can serve the community. Moving forward, you'll be seeing more of these videos, and I will be taking you through a series on what a phenomenal business or a phenomenal person is supposed to look or sound like. All right, but that's going to come later. Tonight, this Thursday, on the teleseminar, we are going to be going on a financial intelligence series. The whole month of February is dedicated toward financial intelligence. So I would like to also know in the comments what you would like to see. What are your most pressing problems when it comes to financial management or investing? All right, so just before I run off and fill the roster with guests, I want to know what exactly your problems are, what kind of guests you would like to typically see on the Smart Business Teleseminar. This community is for all of us, and I would appreciate your creative input. All right, so put it down in the comments below. For those of you who do not have the bandwidth to watch this video, I'll try to make some kind of transcription that you can read. But here's me saying welcome to Team Phenomenal, welcome to smartbcam.com. And personally, I write pretty well, but I like to express myself better in spoken words. So I will be communicating with you more often with short videos like this. All right, more on that later, but for now, let's get the ball rolling. Let's get the introductions going. Who are you? What do you do? How can you serve? And how can smartbcam.com serve you better? Specifically in the month of February, who would you like to see come in to talk about financial intelligence and investing, or what topics would you love to hear about? Do you want to hear more about real estate investing, investment banking? We have experts all over Nigeria that can come and facilitate these topics. So let me know in the comments below. I'll see you next time with a video like this. So next time, be phenomenal or be forgotten. Peace.
People have evolved, people have grown, people have been transformed, people have been saved from depression, people have been saved from suicide, people have been saved from homicide. People have made more money than they ever thought or imagined possible. People have chosen themselves, people have discovered themselves, people have gotten access to relevant and quick information, people have met mentors, people have met mentees. The list of the things that people have experienced just by being a member of the Smart BCam community on Facebook is remarkable. There's so many testimonials. I can't fit them in this one documentary. It's so much. Yes, and this is just because one person decided to show up, right? And people say, oh, it's just 15,000 people. And, people say, oh, well, just about 10% of them participate. Yes, we know that. But we also know that it's not just about the people who are members of the community, but everyone tied to everyone in that same community. And so for every person in the community that is active or not, that is a representation of a generation. That is, a family is represented by that one person. So I'm in Smart BCam, for instance, but everything that I learn, my family will benefit from it. My colleagues will benefit from it. My friends will benefit from it. My mentors and my mentees, they will benefit from it, right? And all those people that are benefiting from me because I'm in the group, they also have people tied to them as well. So if I'm a better person and that affects my family has their friends and their colleagues and everybody else. And so it's a ripple effect. So the whole world is being impacted by the fact that one person decided to show up, one person decided to choose himself, and one person decided to take the high road. and one person decided to lead and to live his legend. I think that is pretty remarkable. And I think that is worth celebrating. It's not about the 15,000 people and it's 1 year, yay, let's have some cake. No, it's about the impact that John has made. And I know that Smart B Camp is John's life's work. He is this, like Smart B Camp is, the Smart B Camp community is really precious to John. And I think that he deserves to be celebrated, not just today, but every single day.
Hey there, Smart B Camp. My name is Victor Bassi, founder of the Highly Paid Experts Network. I can't believe it's already 12 months since Smart B Camp started. Well, the community on Facebook started, more or less, and it's been a fantastic journey. I have watched really closely at all that has happened, all that has taken place, and I'm proud of the community that Smart B Camp has become. I love the level of freedom. I love the collaborative nature of the entire community. So fantastic job, really fantastic job. Now, John, as much as I would like to yab you today, I think I'm just going to keep it on the level. I think I'm proud of the person that you've become. I'm proud of the rate at which you're growing in your space and the audacity with which you're taking territory, more or less. But today, like I said, as much as I would like to yab you about that, I think I'll keep it on the level. Stay true, stay focused, stay consistent, and have a fantastic second year.
Man, I look like what the cat dragged in. And I just got out of bed only to be reminded that Smart B Camp has just turned 1, ladies and gentlemen. 1 year of amazing, phenomenal, consistent goodness. A platform where you hook up with all the amazing thought leaders in Nigeria, people like me. Shout out to you, John Obidi. You've been amazing. Consistency, hard work, constantly just pushing the barriers. You are one absolutely amazing, incredible son of a gun. And I'm proud of you, proud of everyone who tunes in every Thursday to listen to Smart B Camp. It's amazing content. As far as I'm concerned, do shit with all the stuff you've learned. That's the most important thing. So John is a facilitator. He hooks up all the amazing people. You can hear them for free at no charge. But the most important payment that you can give is actually doing stuff with all the stuff you've learned. So get your shit together. This is 2017, man. Boots to asses. Let's go. Proud of you, John Obidi. Smart B Camp rocks. Peace in the Middle East.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John, for the Smart B Camp.
Thank you, John, for Smart B Camp.
Thank you, John, for the Smart B Camp community.
Thank you, John, for the Smart B Camp. Thank you, John, for the Smart B Camp.
Thank you, John.
Hi, my name is Joshua, and I'd like to say thank you to John. Hi.
Thanks, John, for the Smart B Camp community.
Thank you, John, for the Smart B Camp community. God.
Thank you, John, for the Smart B Camp community. Thank you, John, for the Smart B Camp community.
Hey, John.
Thank you so much, John.
Thank you, John, for the Smart B Camp community. Hello, thank you, John, for Smart B Camp community. Hello, thank you, John, for Smart B Camp community.
Hi. Thank you, John, for the Smart B Camp.
Thank you, John, for the Smart B Camp community. We love you, we appreciate you, and we do think that you are completely remarkable and that the birth of the Smart B Camp community is one of the best things that could have happened to this generation. You and your legend will definitely be remembered for the very longest time. Happy anniversary.